There's a stage in selling cards that almost nobody warns you about. You're not brand new anymore. You know what you're doing. You've got inventory, systems, listings, and routines. But somehow, it feels harder than when you started. You're busy, you're invested, you're doing the work, and yet you don't feel like you're actually breaking through. If that sounds familiar, you're probably not failing. You're just stuck in the middle. And today, that's exactly what we're talking about. This is my so-called card life, where we talk about the hobby, the business, and everything in between. Welcome to my so-called card life, an inside look at the life of a low-end card reseller, brought to you by JC3 Cards and Collectibles, a premier reseller of trading cards available today on eBay, Collects, and whatnot. Whether you're looking to fill out that new set or just rekindle memories with one of your favorite players from your favorite teams, let JC3 Cards and Collectibles help you find that card you're looking for and provide fast, secure delivery straight to your door. Let's define this clearly, because a lot of people don't have the language for it. A middle seller is someone who is too serious to be a casual hobbyist, too small to run on autopilot, too invested to quit, and too busy to see clearly. You're past the beginner stage, and you've learned the platforms. You understand comps, fees, shipping, grading, and margins. At least enough to know it's pretty complicated. But you're not big enough yet for scale to smooth things out. This stage doesn't feel exciting. It feels heavy. And the most important thing to understand is this: the middle is not a failure stage. It's simply a transition stage. The middle is frustrating because the rules quietly change. Early on, effort equals results. List more, sell more. Learn something new, improve fast. But in the middle, effort stops translating cleanly into progress. You list more and still feel stuck. You work harder and feel more tired, not more successful. You know too much to be naive, but not enough to feel mastery. This is when the excitement fades. Now, it's real decisions, real money, and real trade-offs. And this is where a lot of sellers start questioning themselves. Not because they're bad at this, but simply because the middle is uncomfortable by design. Here's where things usually go sideways. The first mistake: listing more to solve everything. When something feels wrong, the instinct is to push harder. More listings, more activity, more motion. But quantity doesn't fix structural problems. The second mistake, copying big sellers. Trying to run their playbook without their volume, capital, or systems. The third mistake, burning out on constant adjustment. Repricing daily, over marketing, over tweaking, always reacting. And the quiet one, guilt. Feeling like if you're tired, you're doing something wrong. The middle seller often tries to solve middle problems with beginner tactics or big seller tactics, and neither one fits. Here's the good news. On the other side of the middle, things don't get louder. They get clearer. You stop chasing growth and start shaping your business. You stop measuring activity and start measuring effectiveness. You stop asking, how do I do more? And you start asking, what actually matters? The breakthrough doesn't come from volume. It comes from alignment. A business that fits your time, your energy, and your goals. That's the shift. I've been in this stage. Busy, knowledgeable, frustrated. Doing the right things, but not feeling the payoff. Selling cards, but not always feeling in control of the business. What changed wasn't one big move. It was realizing that I wasn't broken. I was just in between stages. Once I stopped treating the middle like something to escape and started treating it like something to navigate, everything shifted. That's why I wanted to name this out loud. Because a lot of sellers are here and think they're alone. You definitely are not alone. Moving past the middle doesn't mean doing more. It means doing less of the wrong things. It means caring more about profit per card than total sales. Building systems that fit your life, not someone else's highlight reel. Letting go of inventory and habits that drain more than they return. Growth after the middle often looks like simplification at first. Cleaner buying, cleaner pricing, and cleaner expectations. The middle ends when your decisions get quieter, not louder. So here's your challenge for this week. Ask yourself, what am I doing out of habit instead of intention? What's one thing I could stop that would immediately reduce stress? What does success actually look like for me at this stage? You don't need a full overhaul. You need one honest adjustment. If you feel stuck, remember this. The middle isn't where sellers quit. It's where they decide who they're becoming. Reset the expectations, simplify the decisions, protect the margins. And remember, you're not behind. You're just in the middle. Thanks for hanging out with us. Seriously, we really appreciate you. If this episode made you nod your head or rethink something, hit that like button and let YouTube know it really mattered. And if you want to keep the conversation going, come hang out with us on the Dollar Box channel every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central for the Dollar Box Live. Adam, myself, Stu, live chat, real talk, and probably a little chaos. You're always welcome to come hang out. That's it for this week. Thanks again for joining us on my so-called card life. We'll see you again next week.